Okay, let's see. Let's start off with our dailies, I think. Might be able to level up with our dailies. How much do we have? 25%. I just realized I forgot to do Monster Park yesterday. I'm not used to doing so many dailies. Hello, Quang. Welcome. Hello, Abel. I am not good with names, so I'll try my best. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining so fast. You guys are kind of crazy. How do you guys even get into the stream so fast? Do you guys get notified, or do you guys just happen to be scrolling on YouTube or something? It's kind of crazy to me. Because I know personally when I join early, it tends to be not fully intentional. Notifications? Yeah, that's fair. I appreciate you guys having me on your notifications. Then insta new tab. Thank you. Alright. We're just gonna start off with some dailies, of course, as usual. And then we will move our way through doing some stuff. Well, mostly I'm going to try to train today. I want to get to 235 because a lot of my things are expiring really soon. I got caught up doing some random things. I had some ideas that I wanted to record. Most of it was on my Cannon Master, so yeah, I gotta get some EXP in on this character. I should be able to level up from my dailies, and then I do Monster Park. And I think I can also do the Lachlan Midnight something. I completely forgot about it. I know I probably missed out on one run already, but it's like that one where you just kill a bunch of mobs. It's been a while since I've done a lot of these events because I used them originally to push my Legion, and I never really considered using them on my main. And now that I'm here pushing a new character, it's kind of weird. Also, how's the sound of my microphone? Because yesterday it kind of went crazy. Hopefully it sounds okay. Wish we could choose which phase we want to practice. Yeah, practicing bosses is kind of annoying. I think, especially for bosses like Black Mage that had so many phases, it's really hard to unless you have somebody strong that is willing to like carry you through certain parts of it. It is quite annoying, isn't it? Alright. But yeah. This might be a longer stream than usual, because I started kind of early today. But there's a lot of things that I'm probably going to need to do, which is why I opened it kind of early. I need to level up, I need to do Afterlands, and then I need to do my Cannon Masters bosses. There's so many things I want to do, and I don't know if I have enough time for everything. That's what happens when we're being too ambitious here. What was the map that I was on originally? I think it was this one. Have I pre-farmed stuff for Afterlands? Nah, I haven't. I'm just gonna do it the good old-fashioned way. Just manually farm it. It shouldn't take too long. I mean, like, the entire quest line probably takes, like, half an hour to 40 minutes anyway. At the bare minimum, unfortunately. I'm kind of tempted to pop... Oh my god, these 3 X's are expiring as well. I might as well use them. I am There's no chance that I can get through all of these today. That's 4 hours of training. I'm not doing 4 hours of training today. Plans for Shining. I have a few items in mind. I would like to get my CRAs to 17. I would like to get a few Abso pieces also to 17. That'd be ideal. But other than that, not really expecting too much. I've spent some amount of money already, like a good amount of money, on random things, and yeah, it's mostly because there's not too many things that I need to actually gear for Shining. It's probably like 8 items, so we'll see how we go. Ideally, I would like to have, I want to say like 7 or 8 bill for Shining to do everything I want. But that is a bit of a tall ask at the moment, I feel, because I have 300 mil, which is not 8 bill. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Cheetah class? What are you talking about? This class is great. Stand in place with 3 summons? Yeah, it does feel pretty good. This map is a little bit more active though, so I don't know if I can one-shot any other classes, and I mean, sorry, the other maps, but I kind of don't want to search around for a Shadow Dance Hall. Wait until I get Hexa. You know, speaking of Hexa, I finally got it on my Cannon Master. It's a lot easier than expected, thanks to the Shangri-La maps. I expected it to be a lot longer, but I guess because when I originally did it on my Battle Mage, I did it in Cernium, so the EXP rates were so much slower. But yeah, I could one-shot in Shangri-La now, so it's pretty awesome. Are all my nodes max? Not quite. Well, we're getting there. That's for sure. We're getting there. It should be interesting because later on, I think I will be doing some of my Cannon Master's bosses. Well, we'll see if I want to do that on stream, but I should be able to do it. Is it worth to do 16-star Jap set with Shining Star Force and transfer to Absolab? You can if you want. If you don't have the Absolab gear yet, you can definitely do that. Just keep in mind that 15 to 16 can still be pretty expensive after the event. So if you don't have the Absolab gear and you 16-star the Japanese gear, and then you transfer it after the event, just be careful. I wouldn't push that Absolab to 17 if you're safeguarding, because it can get really expensive. Yeah, just be a bit careful. You can't just take a lot of your money. But yeah, that is definitely something that people do. People absolutely just when they don't have the spares, they just 17 or 16 their fodders. Maybe not 17. 17 seems a bit much, but definitely 16. That's what I'm going to do as well for example, my belt, because I'm going to transfer this onto a superior belt eventually. But obviously I don't have a superior belt at the moment. So I'll just 16-star it, and yeah. And some of the gear even you could just use at 16-star and it'd probably be better than most of the other gear. Like for the Absolab shoulder. A 16-star Absolab shoulder might be better than this. This one might be a bad example just because it's so it's part of the set. And it already has like 6 attack, but yeah. 16-star gear would probably beat out like this glove, probably this shoe, yeah, like some stuff like that. Okay, so the daily's done. Let's get out of here. All right, what do you guys think? Will I level up here? I'm hoping I level up here. Okay, it's looking pretty good. How good are dailies, guys? Oh yeah, we're definitely leveling up here. Nice. No, you arrived at 235. Did you get attack speed +1? No, I tried, but I want to keep rolling for it, but it's getting kind of expensive, and I don't have the money at the moment to continuously roll for it. All my dailies give me 22 symbols. I need to buy some expansions. But yeah, I have a lot of things I need to spend on, and I can't afford to just keep spending on my IA at the moment as much as I would like to. Unfortunately. Because, yeah, it's just expensive. My Cannon Master, I don't mind spending my money on trying to get AS +1 because I don't have anything else to spend on for the most part. But on this character, there's a lot of, like, things that I can spend money on. Like, star forcing, cubing, like, stuff like that. So, yeah, I can't roll for AS +1. I tried a little bit, I got Meso 20%, and I just settled on that for the time being. Okay. Now we need to do this last amount of training. I don't know how long this will take me, but yeah, this is something that we just gotta do. Let's see how we go in this, like, 23 minutes. I shouldn't have put down that summon. I wanted to grab some wealth potions and stuff first, because I just want to get a little bit of money back while training. I'm just gonna buy 5 of these. I probably won't go through all of them, but I kind of don't want to go back to town if I can help it. And Midnight Catcher? Yeah, I'll do the Midnight Catcher when I get a rune. Because, like, you want to stack all those things, right? You want to stack all the EXP stuff before you go into Midnight Catcher? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, because I haven't really done a lot of the event stuff. It's been a while. I'll do my Monster Park last, yeah. XP buffs don't work? Okay, then in that case, I'll do it after. I'll do it after then. He gives his own things? Nice. Okay, that's good, because I remember doing the other ones. Like, you would, like, wait for your rune, and then it just kind of suck if you didn't have your rune up and all that sort of stuff. So I'm glad that at least they made that a little bit easier. Yeah. Not too bad. Also, welcome everybody. A lot of you guys came by into the stream in the last couple of minutes. Welcome everyone. How's everyone? What are you guys working on today? Xenon's coming along quickly? Yeah. Training on the Xenon's pretty nice. Somebody yesterday, I forget their name, they recommended this map, and it's beautiful. I barely move here, and I can clear this map nicely. Trying to cube good lines on your Ember so far, no good luck. Yeah, I feel that. It did take me a little bit to get to 2-line attack. That's usually the line that players would settle on. I think for newer players as well, at least it's not too bad. You can get away with, like, attack ID for a lot of times. But because I have 8,000 Legion, I needed the 2-line attack, which was a little annoying, but we got there in the end. You did your first H-Wheel Soul and your hands are shaking? Oh, congrats! I'm assuming you cleared, right? Or was it just your first time running it? I'm assuming you cleared. Congrats either way, though. Xenon's really cool. The lack of a traditional up jump is a deal breaker. Yeah, it's a little bit awkward. I will admit. I'm not used to having no straight up jump. That's definitely going to be something that I'm going to have to learn to play with. Considering how I came from Battle Mage, I think anything I would have played would have been clunky anyway. I think Battle Mage is just... the mobility on that class is kind of insane. We'll see how much EXP we can get from these, like 20 minutes of this 3x coupon. But yeah, I do need to get through all these coupons. There's so many things. And also, I just scrolled up a little bit. And Denny, you should probably save for the Star Forcing event. I think cubing is only good if you know exactly what you're looking for and you're not going to accidentally overspend. I feel like for a lot of players, they overspend on cubing quite a lot. So unless you have like a very specific goal for your cubing, I would probably save for Star Forcing. Star Forcing is just like a guaranteed like attack gain once you get to 17. I say guaranteed, assuming you have enough money to get to 17, but because it is safeguardable, it's kind of guaranteed, sort of. Is that fair to say? What's your range? I am at 3 mil combat power. Where's my range? 4 mil range? Yeah. I overspent and I have 0 named listed to your name. Oh, that's okay. At least the reset is soon, so you'll be able to yeah, you'll be able to make back some money. Just try your best to hold off for now. It's very tempting to spend a lot, especially with the Hyperburning. There's just so many upgrades you can make, right? So it's very tempting. But yeah, everybody should be saving for Shining Star Force for the most part right now. Thankfully for me, I only need to save for my Xenon. So if I do all my weekly bosses, I should be able to get 5 or 6 bill. Maybe a little bit more if I do my other weeklies. Because my Xenon should be able to do Lotus and Damien pretty soon. I want to try to get that done before reset. But I need to get this 230... what am I saying? I need to get to 236, 235 as soon as possible. Because I have a bunch of expiring stuff. Am I at 100 meso? No. Not quite. I have 40% on my equips and then 20% on my inner. So I'm missing like a bunch of lines. But I don't have the money to roll for more meso gear. I spent like maybe 8 bill trying to roll. But didn't quite hit, unfortunately. Actually, what I could do is I could technically roll some of these item drop lines for meso obtained. Because I do have some spare cubes, but that's a bit of a gamble. Do you know when vac pets are coming back in the shop? Probably like in 1 or 2 months. That's my guess, but no guarantees. Oh, basically what Dan said. And also, hello Dan. Everything gets removed when you enter. I'm assuming you're talking about the Lachlan thing. Alright. You know what? It's been 5 minutes and I made 2%. It's not too bad. It's like 20% every half an hour. Wait. 10% every half an hour. I can't tell if that's good or bad. I don't even know if I did the math correctly. I think after being like, once you get to like past 270, the XP bar kind of like stops moving, and as you get further and further down into the mines, it just stops moving. So seeing the XP bar move is kind of confusing sometimes for me, because it either moves really really quickly, like when you're burning something from like 0 to 100, or it just doesn't move at all. Rolling for hybrids not on cube cell feels bad. It does. It does. But there's not much we can do about it because cube cells don't come around too often. Trying to decide between Cannon Master, Corsair, and Buck. Which one do you think is the strongest after CM Dreamer Boss? I think Buck is still probably the strongest, followed by Cannon Master, followed by Corsair. I don't know what the difference in terms of the damage between Corsair and Cannon Master exactly is at the moment, but I do know that Corsair kinda got shafted on their Hexa. The thing that would have kept me playing Corsair is if they released a Brain Scrambler Hexa earlier. But they don't have Brain Scrambler from what I understand. So I'm leaning towards Cannon Master being a little bit better than Corsair at the moment. But regardless, if you're aiming for endgame, it doesn't really matter which one you pick. I would probably pick, if I had to pick between the three with the intention of picking the strongest class, probably Buck. But all those classes can probably make endgame. Finding parties is a different issue though. No guarantees on finding a party, because the meta is so ingrained within certain people they wouldn't take certain classes. We live in an era in MapleStory where people don't like running bosses without a bishop, so anything goes. The thing about Corsair, and it's not just Corsair, a lot of classes have that same issue because of like, I wouldn't say rumors is the right word, but it's just the way that people think about DPS classes in general. There's a lot of DPS classes in the game, right? It's not just Corsair. And a lot of these classes don't tend to get popularized or get picked in parties because everyone likes to play this burst meta. It is the most convenient way to do a lot of bosses, don't get me wrong. But there's like every class can do most of the content. You don't have to be a burst class to play the game. I mean, just look at like Korea's MapleStory. Like a lot of the first clears they have phantoms in them. Phantom, everybody knows that Phantom isn't exactly the most broken class, right? But why was a Phantom always part of like these first clears? It's just because they were more dedicated to the game. And they got there. And also they stayed alive. That's probably a bigger contributor than anything else. I would always take like a Phantom that, like if a Phantom does like, let's say 100 damage a second versus a Night Lord that does 150, I'd probably still pick the Phantom because the Night Lord might not be able to do his full 150 for like his rotation. Yeah, maybe that's not the best comparison, but I hope like the point kind of goes through where it doesn't really matter if you're playing DPS or burst. Like you can't do damage for your burst. It doesn't really matter. It does have different metas, but at the same time, it's quite like common for most players to try to go towards a burst meta. Even in Korea, I reckon. Just because it's easier. When everyone is a 3-minute timer and everyone's just stacking FD buffs, it's definitely a lot easier to do a lot of bosses. That being said though, the mindset in Korea is also a lot different. Like people are willing to like limit test their classes a lot further than what I've found here. Bishop's kind of fire? Yeah, Bishop's good. Don't get me wrong, Bishop's good. It's just it's just funny to me that a lot of people don't like running bosses without a Bishop. It makes sense in the end game, just because you probably don't have the damage without a Bishop. Benediction is kind of crazy, but you don't need a Bishop for C10ing. You don't need a Bishop for hard Luwil. Nexon only has themselves to blame for this? Yeah, I agree. Nexon kinda like created this burst meta, but I think with the release of Extreme Lotus, they're kind of moving away from it, which is kind of good. So I want to see what they do after. With Extreme Lotus in the picture, there's hope that they make bosses that aren't so burst reliant. We'll just have to see. If you were to start investing in a DA, would you run 29 Demon Frenzy? You can reset your nodes really easily, so you don't have to worry about 29 Frenzy until you get a Rune Force Shield. Because I'm pretty sure you can reset it, right? Like this slot enhancement, can you reset it? Yeah, you can. So you don't need to worry about it. You just play maxed until you get a Rune Force Shield. And then you can swap the node position. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to do it, but yeah, at the very least you can reset it. Yeah, I do apologize if I miss any questions. I'm trying to get better at reading the chat. Because I know I definitely miss questions, especially if I go off on a tangent. I try my best here. Hello, Pabs. Yeah, Xenon's going well so far. I'm enjoying it. Just trying to get this one last level to get into Esfera. And I'll be pretty happy with the progress. Once I get to Esfera, I think the next thing I need to do is probably Afterlands. I got made fun of in my latest comments for not having Afterlands. I think my mechanic might still not have Afterlands. Do you use Last Resort? I don't know if I have it in. As soon as I can put them in, I will probably fill up the slots a bit more. Like, I'm still missing quite a few. I'm missing, you know, decent Sharp Eyes, decent combat orders. But a lot of stuff that's not put in yet. Just the node issues of a new character. But we'll get there eventually. When I do Lotus and Damien, I definitely will want to put Last Resort in. That's for sure. And then you need to learn how to do, like, play this class and do its burst. This class with max nodes is busted. I am really looking forward to having this class with, like, fully max nodes. I don't think I'm quite full max yet. I do have some stuff at max. Like, I have my bossing trio at max, which is good. But I don't have, like, the skill nodes at max. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to star forcing on this character. I heard that this character, like Xenon, gets a lot of... It gains a lot more from star forcing is what I heard. Something like that. I'm not so sure how, like, the stats work, but I heard that it scales nicely with Star Force compared to other classes. Thoughts on Cannon Master so far? I think the class is fun. Training on it was so nice. I've definitely been enjoying training with it. Just very chill. I can one-shot in my dailies now, which is really nice. Being able to one-shot is a big improvement to Cannon Master. Hello, Rangriel. Welcome. Show Hexa. I don't have Hexa on this character. Unless you mean my V-Matrix. It's just like got random stuff. And then I have max on my mobbing skills. Does Xenon feel a little clunky? At the moment, I can't really tell because I haven't experienced Green Pot attack speed +1 just yet. But I get the feeling that once I get attack speed +1 and play with the Green Pot, it might be hard for me to go back. Right now, it's a case of I don't know because I haven't experienced it. So I'm gonna keep it that way until I get AS +1. I don't think I'll get AS +1 anytime soon though, because I need to save up for Star Forcing, and then I need to make Meso Gear, so I can't really spend money on getting attack speed +1. I could get lucky on a random honor event, but until then it's yeah. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while for sure. E3 line all stat pots on the equips? Not just yet. Because my accessories are definitely going to be drop meso. And a lot of my gear right now is just at... yeah, just whatever it is. Epic, unique. It'll be a while before I start trying to go for cubes. If you put hologram in the middle and keep fountain where it is, you can stand on the right side and laser clear. Ah, you're saying that the purple one can cover? Oh yeah, it is big enough, isn't it? So you want me? So like you're saying I can stand on this side. All right, we'll try this after the big one goes away. Nothing like making it even lazier. We'll wait for the big one to go away and then we'll try. Okay, let's see where I can put this. The question is, how far does fountain reach? So I need to... okay, fountain where it is seems fine. I just need to put this a little bit closer to the left. And then I should be able to AFK like here. Yeah, I need to put the hologram a little bit to the left from where it is. Okay, now they're too close to each other. Now they're too close to each other. It's ruined. Oh, we'll get there. It's alright. Oh, thank you, Jason. I'll try to optimize this a little bit because if I can move less, even better. Love your content. Question: would you recommend Battle Mage or Shadower to a new player? I would recommend whichever one you enjoy more between or like the look of more first. I know it's a generic answer, but that is the truth of it. You'll tend to play classes that you like more. In terms of... I don't know too much about Shadower, I'll be honest. But if you really like Shadower, I think Shadower is a solid pick at the moment. I'm a little bit biased towards it because that class has like a meso meso boost, like, if I'm not mistaken, which sounds pretty good. I like the idea of farming a lot of extra money from just training. But yeah, if you want to play a support class though, Battle Mage is really nice. Both are good classes. Like, you can't go wrong with either of them, honestly. I think you definitely pick towards like the playstyle of the classes. Both of them I feel like play kind of similarly in the sense that they kind of want to be where the boss is. Yeah. I think both are good. I would... if I really had to pick between the two, I think I would still go towards Battle Mage. I think that Battle Mage is just such a solid class. After playing it, like, I know it's a little bit biased because I've been playing it, but I think that class is just really solid. Two of the best looking origins. Yeah, Battle Mage's origin is so, like, so aesthetic. It also does, like, crazy amount of damage. Alright. I have 7 minutes left on my Legion wealth. I kind of want to make the most of it, but I don't want to pop another 30 minutes. I want to do the Lachlan Dream Catcher thingamabob. What do you guys think? Do I just use the rest of my Legion? I should, right? Oh, but then I don't even have 100% meso, so I'm not even really losing out on much. Yeah, just keep... Yeah, I think that it's definitely better to play around the mobbing a bit more than the bossing. I think, because most classes, unless you get to the really, really, like, far end game where, like... That's something that most of us will never, like, have to worry about. Until you get to that point, definitely play around what you prefer in terms of your own enjoyment, and also play towards its training, because training is a big part of MapleStory, unsurprisingly. Okay, those are all done. So how do I do this Lachlan Dreamcatcher thing? Do I have to go inside? Okay, cool. I forgot to do this yesterday, I should have done it. Oh, neat, so... How convenient. Did it on a 220, it wasn't that good. It might not be that great because it doesn't move your EXP bar as much as it does on like a low level character, but this is definitely faster than me just training normally. Didn't know that entering this took away the buffs. Yeah, I'm glad that, that you guys told me it took away the buffs before I jumped in, because I was going to do exactly the same thing. Hello Maggie, welcome. And thank you. Welcome Leona to the stream. What's the recommended benchmark for Endlomian as a new Hyperburn? Maybe like 3 or 4 mil combat power with a decent amount of IED. I say decent, like maybe like 90% IED or something. And then you could probably join into a party. Like this character right now, I could probably join into a normal Lotus Damien party, but I kind of want to solo it for the money. Yeah, this doesn't give too much EXP, but it's so much faster than training, so I definitely probably should have done it yesterday as well. Whoops. Also probably should have done Monster Park yesterday as well. Too many things to remember. Okay, there we go. That was pretty good. That was like 15-20% EXP. You should use dice. Oh, forgot about dice, you're right. Ever since that I've started playing Pirates again. I just completely forgot about dice. Isn't that crazy? I used to, like, on Jet, Corsair, now Cannon Master, I legitimately just never remember my dice. I did all of that without it. You can... It's a little bit annoying, but... Yeah, what can you do? Let's pop another one of these coupons. Let's try to get as much out as possible. Daily checklist just keeps growing. It's true. But the thing is, I try not to think about it too much. Mostly to like control my FOMO. I feel like it's very easy to get into a rabbit hole of constantly doing things. And I'm okay missing out on things here and there. Like, the mentality that I like to keep is like, if I forget it, it is what it is. auto buff dice when? Tell me about it. This is something that I've been wanting for a long time since playing on my jet. Because I played on Battle Mage, I forgot, like, I had to keep pressing dice. It's very annoying now that I'm back on 2 pirates, basically. I could probably solo Enlomian. It'll be a long run though. I'm in no rush at the moment as well. Because in my videos I haven't even done CR8 yet. I actually unlocked CR8 today, which is nice. But I might record that. I don't want to do that on stream, I think. Yeah, it's a bit silly that they didn't let us auto buff some skills. Like decents, I was gonna say like when they introduced it, they said, oh yeah, we can't put any of the ones with the cooldowns on it, but then they allow us to use decents. So maybe if it's, I wonder if it's just them being lazy, not wanting to code it. Because then there's too many classes that have these like auto buffable skills with cooldowns. Wish Freud's was auto buffable. Yeah, that's true. To this day, I don't think I have managed to successfully stack Freud's a single time. You did Lomian before you unlocked CRA? Yeah, I think a lot of people that'd be the case. Especially if you're partying with people or you're getting carried, like, yeah, that does not surprise me. The 5-day lock is so arbitrary, it's like, why? How's the Cannon Master progression? I unlocked 6 job, so that's pretty fun. I finally unlocked 6 job on that character. Would I recommend using the fake arcane weapon or a real Abso weapon? I think we had this discussion yesterday, a few of us, and I believe the general consensus is a real Absolab weapon with 2 line of attack will probably beat out the fake arcane. The fake arcane is pretty good for a bossing mule if you don't want to commit meso into it, but I think it's definitely worse than 2 line Abso. Well, of course, obviously you have to invest money into a 2 line Abso. So if you don't want to spend money, then you probably won't notice the difference. Yeah. I always make the joke if I'm pressed Freud's, I'm about to die. I just don't remember it. Straight up. I barely play classes that use it anyway. So when I do press it, I just forget. It also expires? Yeah. Does the weapon actually expire, or is it just the box that lasts for 60 days? Can't believe they gave us a fake arcane that isn't even that good, and it's temporary. Yeah, it's pretty silly they gave us like a fake arcane that is like barely better than the fake Abso. Weapon doesn't expire? I've heard both sides. I've heard like it lasts 60 days or the box lasts 60 days or something like that. fake Genesis weapon 2026. Yo, that's crazy. Is this one of you guys? First, it's been chilling my map for a bit. Yeah, no worries, Dan. These notes and these items, all these random time limits, I don't know. I'm not relying on the fake arcane. Honestly, I didn't know about the fake arcane until like a few days ago. I was wondering where people were talking about like this random fake arcane. Is this your second main? I guess technically, second main on Hyperion at least. Hello Johnny, welcome. Hey. Slowly getting there. I don't know how much I started off with, but... I think they were just sitting here watching, just looking at the class. Because he just said, cool class, and then left. Maybe he was just watching me, like, not move while training. Probably had to turn up his opacity. It's like, why is this guy just sitting in one spot? I mean, in all fairness, I do the same sometimes too, when I'm like, I don't recognize this class. He's either in the stream, but I get the feeling that he's not. He just kind of sat there and just looked around. Yeah, I've definitely been a culprit of that early on, when I started playing the game as well. And I just didn't know any classes, and I just saw some people just sitting in one spot clearing everything. Kinda crazy. I think the first time that I got to Arcana, I just remember going to a random map. It must have been like a popular map at the time, like Side Path, or one of the Kana farming maps. And I just remember seeing all these summons, like, what the hell is this class? People tell me to see sequels that don't want me in the map. That's pretty funny. Alright. How much XP you reckon Monster Park would give me if I do all my 7 runs? 20%? 30%? %? It's not too bad. 4% per run? Nice. Okay. It's good to know. Because the last time I did Monster Park, it was on the Sunday, and holy, was that Monster Park crazy. So the main weakness that I've noticed so far is not having a dedicated up jump. I am just not used to that. That I can promise. I mean, technically you have one of these skills. Which one is it? This one. You have like this little like up jump, but it's pretty small and it's pretty laggy. It's not that good. That one I don't really like that much. What else? Cubing all stat. I haven't noticed it yet because I'm not at that point to cube for proper lines just yet. But yeah, I can see that being a problem in the near future. That's for sure. Attack speed +1, that's another downside. Well, these are like pretty generic downsides. I feel like that's a downside that a lot of classes have. It's just like attack speed +1 classes in general. Ram classes not having mobility. They're just pretty standard stuff. Can't have everything, right? I will say that a pro for this class is that it feels pretty strong. Just from my understanding of the class and just looking at it. And seeing some people play this class looks pretty damn strong. It scales nicely apparently with Star Force, which is pretty good. it gains access to dice, gains access to last resort, I believe. It gains all the good stuff from like thieves and pirates. So that can't ever be bad. Has access to too many skilled nodes. Put down a summon. Let's go AFK for a little bit. Feels pretty good just being able to put down a bunch of summons and just sit around. Thoughts on Kali? Made a Hyperburn, unsure how I feel for a mule. I think Kali is a good class. Seems a bit too high effort for my preference, but it seems like a good class. So we just need to get to about 80%, and then I'll be able to get to 230, 235, 236 with Monster Park. What else gives EXP? Just like random EXP. Probably should pop more EXP like things, but oh well. I've already done my dailies, so that can't be a thing. I think it's just Monster Park left then. Arcane weeklies? I suppose so, but they don't give that much, right? I'm only going to run them once as well. I don't know about doing the Morass one more than once. I'll be honest, that one kind of sucks. The Morass one. It does give access to a higher Monster Park, but I want to level up now. Because I have stuff in my storage that's about to expire. I have a lot of symbols in my storage that are about to expire. I don't have any other consumables on other than ones you can see. I probably should have popped a few more, but I mean the difference is probably minimal anyway. Like the 10% extra EXP is not gonna make or break it. Oh, you guys don't like Arcana? I like Spirit Savior. I think that game's kind of fun. It's okay, we can agree to disagree on that. I know a lot of people don't like it because it's like you get chased around by a thing, and I know a lot of people don't like that inherent like that inherent chase. Did any of you guys I don't know if you guys did a Spirit Savior before they changed it, because now you only need to do you can't get kicked out of Spirit Savior, right? If you guys remember. Before you could get kicked out. You had to like do it within a certain time frame, and if you get hit by too many things, you get kicked out and you lose a run. Or it ends your run. Where is it? Oh my god. This is a very... I'm very proud of one of these. This one. Spirit Savior Elite Rescue Crew. So 20,000 points without getting kicked out. So how many how much time did you get into it? You had like 3 or 4 minutes. 3 minutes? 2 minutes? So you gotta save 5 for 25. So that's 10 every 5. So you gotta. I saved 40 of the spirit rocks in about 2 minutes. I think that's what the achievement was. You had to save 40 of them in 2 minutes without getting kicked out. Legacy achievement, boys. And I did that in 2021. That was a while ago. That's how you know I was a Spirit Savior sweat. I think I did that on Jet as well. Jet's flash jump was just so insane for Spirit Savior. I will say though, Spirit Savior is definitely easier on classes that have a flash jump, unless you know how to do the trampolines very well. If you don't know like how to use the trampolines, it can be pretty annoying. I think my least favorite class to do Spirit Savior on so far was probably my mechanic. Because I had a bad habit of using my horizontal dash mid-air, and what that does is just like stops your momentum completely. Definitely a skill issue. Because that class is like zoomy as hell, especially in humanoid form. Like mechanic in Spirit Savior is like really, it's meant to be pretty free, but my brain just couldn't handle the speed. And I couldn't do it. It was too fast for me. Spirit Savior, when teleports can't be used in the air. Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun. I definitely remember like not liking it on my Kana originally, because I just wasn't used to the teleport. Just flash jump just felt so much better in Spirit Savior, that's for sure. We're almost there, guys. 45%. Grand's Familiars will be in the later part of this patch, I think in like a month or so. If I'm not mistaken. Ooh, mysterious portal. Very good. I'm just doing my best here. I'm not very good at this game. Switch mains from Battle Mage to Wild Hunter cause class feels nicer. Yeah. The whole thing about meta chasing and stuff like that, you just have to try your best to kind of ignore it, because people will always try to chase meta, and I can promise you, for like 99.99% of players, it doesn't matter. You just do whatever you want in this game. People who try to chase meta before getting to Grandest bossing, it just legitimately does not make sense to me. Like, there's no, like, well, who gatekeeps anything before Grandest at the moment? It's kind of crazy. For Dark Nail, you're getting gatekeeped on Dark Nail? That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Well, in all fairness, at least for Dawn Warrior, it does provide support. I will give them that. Dawn Warrior does give True Sight, which is a decent amount of damage. But in most other circumstances, like, I'd be like, why? Why are you gatekeeping for something that's not even like in Grandest yet? When the bosses actually require you to do a significant amount of damage, like in Carlos Carling, I can understand you being a little bit pickier, but for pretty accessible content like C10 and below, I can even argue Black Mage is pretty accessible nowadays too, thanks to 6 job. It's kind of crazy. I can never get the timing of this beam dance right. I just let go of my Omega Blaster to see if I can get the beam dance timing, but I cannot get it. It's so difficult. I can't, guys. It's too hard. I'm a failed Xenon main. Can't beam dance. Ooh, E-Pot. Nice. Yeah. I think this kind of goes back as well a little bit to the conversation where somebody earlier was asking like what they wanted to play. And it's just the whole thing about like there's no point worrying too much about the end game because you gotta get to the end game first to worry about that content. I think I was watching somebody else's stream, and that conversation came up because they really wanted to play like Phantom or something, and then people were like, "Oh, most people would tell you, oh, Phantom is like weak or whatever their opinion on that class is," and it's just like, well, it doesn't really matter. Like, why are you giving your input on a class when you haven't reached that same end game that you're theoretically talking about? Like, it makes no sense to me. Just play what you like. Like, come on, I played, and I know this feeling well. Like, I played Jet. Like, come on, played like a literal like bottom 1 class, and I still managed to like do all the content at the time. I even out-damaged most of the people in my party. I had 2 Night Lords in my Black Mage party, alright? With a Bishop, by the way. And I out-damaged everybody on my Jet. It didn't matter. I put in the effort to get my gear better than them. And I put the effort to play the class better than they were playing their Night Lord. Literal bottom 1 class, and I out-damaged 2 different Night Lords. Doesn't matter. Just do what you want. Play the classes you like to play. Play the classes you like the aesthetic of. Is this Xenon solo prog? At the moment it is. I haven't done any party content with it, but that's because I'm stingy, not because I'm locking myself out of it. I don't want to do party Lotus Damien because I kind of want to solo it. I will say though, I don't want to get carried. That's still like very against like the way that I like to play. I think being carried doesn't make for a fun viewing experience for what I want to do with this Xenon. I think I will allow myself to do party content once I get there, especially if I can get into a Lucid and Will party. I think that will save me a lot of time getting the droplets and stuff. But for now though, I'm just being stingy. Do you mean hard to normal? Hard or normal? Probably hard. If I can... I think at the very least, I want to make sure that I blue dot... not blue dot. Green dot in all the parties that I do, in theory, join. I think I'd feel kind of bad if I ended up blue dotting in any of my parties. Just for my own, like, content. I would feel bad just, like, being blue dot in any party. In other words, I'm going to be kind of picky with which parties I'm going to be in, but for the most part, I'm just being stingy. Like, genuinely, I'm just being stingy. I'm not in a rush to get Arcanes at the moment anyway. Arcanes will take me a while to get. Not too fast about them. Yeah, for Pinot you need a soul that is a summon, and then you'll be able to clear that second room pretty fast. But yeah, how far have you guys progressed so far? There's a lot of you guys in chat here. Welcome to the stream, everyone, by the way. If you guys have been enjoying the stream so far, I do appreciate if you guys could give it a like. It helps me out a lot. But what are you guys up to? In terms of your Hyperburn, your main? Are you guys attempting any new bosses soon? Because for me, I am going to probably try to do CRA. I can definitely clear CRA, I just need to unlock it. Don't ask why I've only done Von Bon. Like, I only unlocked Von Bon. I just haven't cleared the other ones in normal today. I can do Lotus and Damien, which I'm looking forward to, but I think I need a... I want to get a little bit more damage before I try those bosses. I don't want to stay in Lotus for like 25 minutes. That doesn't... I feel like that might be a little bit much for normal Lotus, but hey. As long as I get the clear, it should be good. 230 Cannon Master. Tested out Battle Mage on another account. Feels like I burned the wrong class. Are you saying that you really like Battle Mage? I mean, Battle Mage is a solid pick. Honestly, the thing about Battle Mage is it has support buff. Support buff. You know, most players, I can guarantee you, that look for support players probably don't know why they're picking the support, other than like, oh, I heard it's a support. So you just get free reign into parties half the time, even if you already have like a Blaze Wizard or Dawn Warrior. Oh, congrats on the Angel Slime. Was that normal slime or Chaos? See Tenny on Wild Hunter? Nice, nice. Get those Arcanes. I'm praying for those Arcanes. You know, I still haven't seen that many Arcanes on my Battle Mage. So, I hope you guys have better luck than me. Buying Arcanes is not the greatest feeling. Yeah, AB's 245, almost 248. Ooh, almost done with the Hyperburn. $17 star, then 1 line drop meso, or 1 line drop meso, then 17 star. I think if your account is not set up with bossing mules, or like you have multiple characters on your account, I would go 17 star first, and then go back for drop meso. If you are like me, where you already have some characters that can make money, like I have my Battle Mage, I have some bossing mules, I have my mechanic, I can afford to go for a little bit of drop meso before going for 17 star. But I think 17 star on average is probably the way to go. For Helix, the damage required is equal to the damage for Lotus Damien. I think Helix is less, but you don't want to stay in Helix for long. My mechanic can do a 15-minute-ish Lotus Damien. And I can do Helix in like 5 minutes, if that's any comparison. Am I getting hit by something? So yeah. Helix isn't as high as of the damage requirement, but people tend to die out very fast in that boss, which is why it's usually listed in a similar category. You don't really want to die out in Helix, if you can help it. A lot of ABs in the chat, that's good. They're giving us a lot of good stuff in AB, that's for sure. Should you use node shards to craft boost nodes or V skills? I think it just depends on what you need at the moment. You eventually max it all anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. I think they are worthwhile using to craft boost nodes if your boost node's almost level 40. Because once it hits level 40, you can see here, just for example, this triangulation node. At level 40, it gets 20% ID. So if you're kind of close to that, it's worthwhile crafting. As for your skill nodes, you kind of just slowly get there. You'll eventually max everything anyway, so it doesn't really matter which order. I know some classes do have a preferred order of what needs to be upgraded, so maybe check your like class discords and stuff. They might have more information than what I can give. Decided to burn Hero instead of Dark Knight. Oh, nice. You enjoying it so far? Min clear Helix at the moment. That doesn't sound like too much fun. I remember doing that. It's fun doing it like a first couple of times, but when you realize you have to do it daily, it suddenly becomes a lot less fun. You mobbing with drop gear right now? Yes, I am. I don't have the luxury of having different kinds of gears. It's just whatever I have. Are you saving boosters for your BM? Are you talking about this VIP booster? This will be saved for my 6th job, hopefully. They fill up the 6th job crystals pretty fast from what I heard, so I'm holding on to these. I want to try to get like at least, hopefully 6 of them by the time I hit 260 to fill up the stones. Oh, actually no, you need 9, don't you? Yeah, so I guess I need 9. So this in combination with the 3x coupons, they give us a bunch of 3x coupons for this event. So I'm trying to use everything I have for that that last push in 6th job, just to get it over and done with. The Threads of Fate quest to craft wealth long to complete? It is quite long. That quest line is quite long. But I think it's like 2 hours or something? Maybe a bit less than 2 hours. Assuming you don't get lost in it and you follow a guide or something, it'll probably take about 2 hours. It's definitely worth doing if you're trying to craft wealth. It's been a while since I've made wealths. Not wealths, done Threads of Fate though. So I don't know if it's still bugged. Still waiting to see if they're gonna do anything for the people who have 2 vouchers because you got the bug. Oh, yeah. Have you tried sending a ticket to Nexon? For those who like tried to do the AB tech and then you got 2 vouchers, you might have to send a ticket in, see if they can do anything for you. You must be the luckiest player on the server that day. I felt like the luckiest player on the server that day, trust me. When I saw all that hit, I'm just like, yep. Unlucky for everybody else, I took every single piece of luck on the server. Not just me actually, my guild leader also hella hit. I think he hit like 5 22s and a 22 ET or something like that. Both me and him, we stole everything on that day. It was kind of crazy. Yeah, I've had my fair share of like weird bad luck very early on in MapleStory, but funnily enough, as soon as I started recording and started streaming, my luck started picking up a lot more. Maybe somebody in Nexon's watching my stream and it's just like, yeah, let's make this guy the poster child for good luck. I mean, I'm not complaining, but why couldn't it have happened earlier? I would have liked to be lucky earlier, not this late. What if I quit? I have streamer client. I might as well have it. Honestly, it feels that way. Yeah, booming a bunch of stuff. Like booming arcanes doesn't feel good. I'm sorry that you got unlucky there. Hopefully you get luckier next time. That's all we can do, right? Safeguarding, not safeguarding, star forcing is just, can be quite painful sometimes. Your full meal combat power buck with fake abso. Temp CRA cleared CRA in 2 to 4 minutes each. What? 2 to 4 minutes each? That's so fast. Nice. Congrats, man. Arcane weapon over Dom pendant? Are you talking about the abso weapon? I would probably still pick the abso weapon, honestly. It's more valuable than the Dom pendant. I talked about it before. The Dom pendant usually is a good item because you get it to 17 and it contributes to the boss set. But because the thing they give you is 15 star, it's not that much better than a 15 star Mechanator pendant. Somebody in guild chat said something like the Dominator pendant, the fake Dominator pendant is a red Mechanator. And that really changed my perspective on things. They're not wrong. They're not wrong. Doesn't have that much attack value on it. Whenever I think of unlucky star forcing, you take out Athras, 80 build no gains. Yeah, I've been there too. One of my worst star forcing events, I had like 100 build going into an event, and I also made it out with 0 gains. Maybe 1 star, but it was pretty awful. And I wasn't even looking for much. I was looking for... I had like 20... I want to say like 20 earrings. I didn't hit a single superior. I think I saw 21 superior like 5 or 6 times, and I didn't see 22. And so many reinforced booms. So many reinforced booms. Keep up the content. Thank you. I'm glad you've been enjoying the streams and the videos. I appreciate all you guys for being here. Pick the Abso one instead of staff. Ah, that's okay. At least you're probably gonna want to try to make a real Abso anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Trying to roll drop Meso on my 2 event rings and hit 24% stat instead. Should I use Treasure John or re-roll those for bossing? 24%. I want to say 24% on a event ring is not that big of a deal. You probably, in most cases, won't notice the difference between 24 and 21. For most cases. So I would probably roll away 24, personally. If I am specifically looking for drop Meso, I would roll away 24. I think the only line that I might consider keeping on an event ring early on is like if I hit a 27 or above. But 24 is like, you probably see it relatively frequently. Rolling for proper drop lines and stuff. Should a YOLO a 17 character play it safe at 20 or YOLO to 22? If you're rouletting, probably just 21, and then decide if you want to go 22 after. Alright, it's the daily reminder, guys. It's okay to settle 21. It's okay to settle 21. It's okay. In this chat, we encourage 21. Okay, I say we, but I mean me. If you ever get peer pressured, whether it be your guild or your friends, to try to tap for 22 because 22 is free, just remember what I'm going to tell you guys right now. 22 is not free, and 21 is very, very comfortable, right? It's fine. It's fine to sell at 21. I can promise you, you guys will be happier at full 21 than being peer pressured into 22. You can start considering 22s when you are a little bit further in the game, but 21 and settle is good. I soloed BM with 0 22s. Keep that in mind. You don't need 22s. You can go for 22s whenever. Don't let me stop you, but also don't let people push you to go 22 if you're not comfortable. Especially if you're not willing to lose gains or you want to keep your gains. It's fine to settle. I accidentally got 27% stat on 2 of your event rings going for drop meso. Oh man. They love giving you the opposite line, honestly. It feels like that, doesn't it? You're looking for 3 line, they'll give you like double item drop stat or something like that, and you're going for 3 line. Going for hybrid, they'll give you 3 line stat. It's like they know. It's kind of crazy. Is it okay to settle at 20 because you're scared? My philosophy on that, and I've shared this a lot, if you had the guts to tap to 20 from 19, it makes no sense to stop at 20. Because the risk from going from 19 to 20 is a decent amount higher than going from 20 to 21. I forget the exact numbers, but if you had the guts to go from 19 to 20, then 20 to 21 is a no-brainer. 20 is like a nothing star. That star doesn't exist. Unless you're like literally out of money, or you transferred a 21 down to 20, those are the only times that, sure, you can stop at 20, that's fine. Whether it like be like you have no spares or something. But if you had the guts to actually tap 19 to 20, it doesn't make sense to stop at 20. Because the chances of going from 20 to 21 is actually pretty high. It's like 80% or something, right? The chances of going from 19 to 20 is pretty low. It's like, what, 30%? And then you have to hope to get back to 19 to do that 30% again. And on top of that, you have the chance of going down to 18 and then down to 16 and 15 and then back up to 19. There's a really good chance you could just boom the item before getting back to 19, right? That's why I settled 19 on my arcanes. That's the same logic why I settled 19 on arcanes. But if I tapped my battle mages arcanes to 19 to 20, I would tap to 21, 100%. Because it's way harder to get 20 than it is to get 21. I wouldn't say that 21 is free, but if you do tap from 19 to 20, statistically you should be tapping to 21. Statistically. If you were planning on settling at 20, you just stay at 19. That's all it is. I don't tap past 19 without the intention of going to at least 21. And yeah, the difference between 21 and 22 is like, in terms of price, is very volatile. Like, you could, it's like a 50% chance of making it to 22. I don't know about you guys, but I've failed 11, like 10 to 11, like 5 or 6 times in a row before, right? Like, you guys can relate to that, surely. You failed the 10 to 11 5 times, 6 times in a row. Imagine every time you did that was 21 to 22. And then every time you failed, you boomed the item. That's why 22 is so hard. Don't you guys forget that. If you go into 22, it's a big commitment. Because it can cost a lot. And you might not see it for a long time. For reinforced gear, how many stars would I tap it to? I'm on the side where I would, if you're trying to put it into Superior, you either put it at 16 and then transfer into Superior to save a bit of money, I suppose. You can do that. Or you can get it to 21 and then transfer. And then tap the Superior afterwards. I personally am not a fan of 22ing reinforced gear. Because if you're trying to 22 reinforced gear, you're playing like a really big gamble game trying to go from 21 to 22 on a fodder. Like, sure, you can like save yourself for Superior here and there, but the amount of money that you might end up committing to 22ing it is like pretty risky. Unless you had a lot of fodder and you had a lot of money to play with, and also didn't have very many Superior spares, I probably wouldn't 22 fodder at all. I think the only fodder I would ever 22 is a Superior pendant for Source. Xenon grinding is pretty chill. Half of it is AFK, half of it I'm holding down one button, so I'm enjoying it. Just started fresh on Reboot, how do I first start getting mesos to get meso gear? To start off an account, usually most of your money comes from daily bosses. If you just do like your daily Root Abyss, Zakum, Horntail, Pink Bean, you know, whichever bosses you can clear. Eventually you get to like Horntail, and then Pink Bean, then Magnus, Von Leon, Papulatus. It starts adding up. You make like 100 to 200 mil a day from just doing daily bosses. And then when you get strong enough to do your weeklies, then it starts adding up. What about for ET? For pitch boss, it's hard for me to make proper comments on. Because I think that a lot of the times, when you do end up getting pitch boss, you tend to have the items already in that slot. So let's say that you get an eye patch. Chances are, if you have an eye patch, you probably have a pretty decent either a monocle or a black bean marker. In which case, you probably keep tapping the eye patch either up to 21 or 22. And I think ET is no different. I think you make that conscious decision whether or not you want to sell 21 or 22. But a lot of players will tell you to 22 your pitch boss because typically you will have replacement gear or existing gear that is better than a 21 pitch boss, and it needs to be 22 to be better. In which case, then if you do want to use it, you can go for 22. Or if you're really patient, you can wait for more pieces, so then the set bonus starts getting better. Just depends on like what you prefer to do. .21 ET is always settleable. Yep, that's a good one to think about as well. ET in particular can be settled at 21 because technically it's best in slot at 21. You don't need to 22 in ET in theory. But again, like a lot of people at that point in the game tend to be min-max anyway. Like, by the time you're considering tapping in ET to 21, 22, you're probably full 22s or full 21s already. So at that point, like, the ET is like a relatively minor upgrade. And going for 21 ET is probably not that big of a gain at that point until you have like a lot of pitch boss. But yeah, there's a lot of like factors, right, to keep in mind. At the end of the day though, it depends on what your goals are. If you try to make minor gains, then you can settle on whatever number gives you more gains. That's what I did on my battle mage. I settled on a 19 eye patch. But if you're trying to like min-max and you're trying to go full 22s, if that's your goal, then yeah, you just jam it to 22. Is it worth using patch or Zerk at 17, or should I go higher? Your main gear is 17 as well. I think I have to word this kind of carefully because I don't want to like make it sound like you should tap, but you got to think about the slot that it's in. For Berserk, Berserk is probably one of the freest ones that you don't feel too bad blowing up because it shares Twilight Mark. Twilight Mark set bonus is also 10% boss damage, which is the same set as a 2-set boss. So if you have a Twilight Mark and you have a lot of Twilight Marks, I would just full send both of them and see how it goes. You could roulette between Twilight and Berserked. So you can go like 17-17 for both of them, and then 18-18, 19-19, and wherever they both stop, you just stop. If you don't want to lose gains. But if you already have a 21 Twilight Mark, you probably have to at least 21 or even 22 the Zerk for it to be better. Chances are if you have 0 other pitch boss, you have to 22 the Zerk. For most other equipments, you have to be a little bit more careful, but for Zerk, you can pretty much send it. How big is the gap from soloing H Lucid and Envy Healer versus H Will? I think for hard Lucid, the only thing that you have to check is can you clear P3. If you can clear P3, you can clear the whole boss. Simple as that. That one is like kinda class dependent. For hard Will, that one is very hands dependent, I think, especially in the 3rd phase. So if we're using hard Will as a base, I think if you can comfortably clear hard Will, you probably don't need that much more to comfortably clear normal V-Healer. For hard Lucid though, it's completely dependent if you can clear P3 or not. I think hard Will and normal V-Healer are very similar in terms of the damage requirement, off the top of my head. Please correct me if I'm wrong there. I'm just trying to remember from my battle mage. I feel like when I did hard Will, I did normal V-Healer not too long after. But for Lucid, I couldn't do it for a while because I couldn't clear P3. Yeah. I cleared H Will before I cleared H Lucid. And that's because, yeah, P3 was painful for Battle Mage. I'm pretty sure Envy Healer does have more HP than Will. Pretty sure. But I think in terms of like the boss overall, it shouldn't make too much of a difference. The damage requirement is pretty similar between the two. But yeah. It's hard for me to remember off the top of my head. I actually would have to go back into my videos to have a look. Envy Healer is about 20% tankier than Will, but you have easier time to DPS. Yeah. That's what I thought too. I remember like trying to make a little bit of gains before doing V Healer, but I remember it being very similar in terms of like the timing. At the very least though, I think we can all agree, if you can clear Hard Lucid, you can probably, if you can solo Hard Lucid, you can probably solo Hard Will. But not necessarily the other way around. Because I definitely cleared Hard Will before Hard Lucid, and then I didn't clear Hard Lucid for like another 2 or 3 weeks after Will. I didn't have the damage. It's just P3. Is it training in Morass better? I can't one-shot in Morass at the moment. Here I can also AFK pretty nicely. I'm sure there's maps in Morass that I could AFK as well, but this has been pretty comfortable so far. I'll probably start farming in like the better maps after. I'm just not really wanting to experiment right now, and also this is pretty chill. Are you gonna use the temp arcane weapon, or you make a 17-star real Abso? Probably a real 17-star Abso. 4% damage, 40 attack. Good flame for Abso. What's the base attack for your weapon? Because that attack flame is dependent on your base attack. I can probably give you a better answer if you tell me what the base is. And by base, I mean just like the standard number. 40 attack on a 2-5. It's probably a tier 4. You could probably do better, but that's up to you if you want to spend money. If you can already do Lotus and Damien, I probably would just settle on that. But if you really want to do upgrade it, you could. Because that flame wouldn't be hard to beat. It wouldn't be hard to beat that flame, but at the same time, if you're already clearing Lotus and Damien, I wouldn't invest anymore into the fake Abso. I'm assuming that's a fake Abso, not a real one. If it's a real one, then I would probably reflame it a little bit. Yeah, if it's fake, then I would probably settle on that. But if you really wanted to upgrade it, you could push for a better flame, but flaming is like definitely on the lower end of good upgrades. Even if it is for an attack flame. Yeah, the fake Abso will definitely beat out the fake Fafnir, even with the set bonus, I'm pretty sure. The attack value is just so much better. And chances are you'll be transitioning off of the... transitioning into Absolab pretty soon after. I think that by the time that most players can get to like 230, 240, like in that level range, you could probably start partying for normal Lotus and Damien. Yeah, you have similar combat power to me. If you have decent, like, Link's Legion, decent ID, you could probably try to do Lotus and Damien. Hard Will has more HP, but requires less Arcane Force. So for V Healer, technically, if you don't have the 1.5 times multiplier, Will's easier to clear. So for most players, Will is easier to clear because of the Arcane Force thing. I think I might have even explained it in the video where I clear V Healer, where I talked about how if you take into account the Arcane Force multiplier, V Healer is like technically like 125, 130 T. So it should be a little bit higher than Will, even though it says 88. Yeah, but if you have max, then yeah, NV Healer is lower HP. I think, but it's just typically a lot of players don't have the Arcane Force for it. But once you max Arcane Force, yeah, then V Healer, at least normal V Healer is easier than Hard Will in terms of HP. Then it's just a matter of mechanics. Yeah, NV Healer has a lot less HP now. Apparently she can drop arcanes, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. I've never seen an arcane fly out of NV Healer before, but I've heard they exist. What gear does your Xenon have? 4 event rings from the previous event. Just some boss gear, fake CRA, fake Absolab, pink bean stuff, and yeah, just random stuff I found on the floor. Not much to it. I think normal V Healer still has 4 bars, it's just, they've just been adjusted. You got a weapon box for NV Healer? Damn. Would you say Xenon is a hard class to play? I wouldn't say hard is the right word, but it is more involved than, in terms of its burst, it definitely feels more involved than most other classes. In all fairness, a lot of classes press like 5 to 10 buffs and then hold down attack, right? Xenon is a little bit more involved, where you have to hold, then press buffs and then let go and press another key and then do some stuff after. It's a little bit more complicated, but I don't think it's difficult per se, just not used to it. Nothing you can't learn. How much do you play a day given the Relive series? It just varies depending on what I feel like doing. If I'm in the mood to train like I am right now, I can spend a lot of time just training. Because I usually just chill, watch something, maybe play some other games on the side while grinding. Like Cannon Master and Xenon seem pretty easy to just almost AFK on, which is nice. But if I'm just taking it easy on a day, I would just do my dailies and log off. Just depends on what I feel like doing. Starting to solo some C10 feels so rewarding. Yeah. When you can start soloing C10, it feels so good because not only do you get like a lot of money, you get the satisfaction of clearing C10, but most importantly, you get priority on your own pitch boss. Not having to share pitch boss is like very underrated. When do you press beam dance after you release Omega? I tried to do it like pretty quickly after it. Because in the Discord they said like 0.2 seconds or whatever it is. So I'm just like, okay, that's basically like right away. So I try to do it like kind of quickly. Maybe I'm just doing that wrong. Does the weekly stuff for the event reset on Wednesday reset? I think so. I think it's on bossing reset, whenever that is for you. So that'll be 2 days from now, for me at least. Just press when you release Omega. I've been trying. I think I'm doing something wrong, or my timing's wrong. Okay. Do I want to do another half an hour? I don't think I can level up with Monster Park from here, right? If I get 4% a run, might be close. Let's do a Monster Parks. And in worst case, I'll just grind out a little bit more. It's not too bad. How long am I staying in Arcana? This will probably be the last time I'm in Arcana. I have a lot of reward points. Let's use these. I can try it now. So if I'm holding a Mega Blaster, so I need to let go and press it the moment I lift my key. I can't do it, guys. I can't do it. I'm a failed Xenon main. I can't do it. We can try again in 3 minutes. How do people get so much honor XP? You get a lot of it from events, and you also get a lot of it from just training. Okay. Let's see if we can get 4%-ish a run. If we can get 4% a run, that'd be ideal. Just got dumping on bossing wheel. Oh, congrats! I'll try again on the Xenon Mega Blaster in a bit. Let's get this level up first. And we can try again in 50 seconds. So if you answered, but should I risk losing 24% stat to roll for item drop line? If you don't need the damage, I would roll 24. 24 is kind of whatever. I think, I don't know if you were the one who asked earlier, but I mentioned that you probably won't notice the difference between 21 and 24. Unless all your items were 24, I don't think you'd notice it. Alright. It's on cooldown, guys. Okay, let's charge this up. I've had people tell me too many things at the same time, and I don't know what the correct answer is, but I'll try my best. So, the Discord said let go, and then press it like a little bit after. I can't do it, guys. I can't do it. I can't do it. Alright, how much XP did we get there? I got like 3 bill XP. How much is 3 bill against my entire total? 3 against 90. It's like 3%. So I'm probably going to be down like 4% or something like that. Yeah, won't be enough, but we should get the level up today regardless. If I had done even a little bit of Monster Park yesterday, or remember to do the thing, the Lachlan Midnight Catcher or whatever yesterday, I would have been fine, but I forgot. What if it's just item drop and then 9 stat line? I think I would keep on item drop plus stat, or like Meso plus stat. Those are good to keep. Rolling better lines than that can be pretty expensive. No FOMO? Yeah, it's not even FOMO, I just forgot. But now that I'm here today, I'm like, damn, I should have remembered. It would have saved me a little bit of effort. I just forgot. Oh, but I could do my weeklies, you're right. You are right. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. I think I haven't done them. No, if I've already done them, then it's actually doomed. Okay. I think I saw somebody ask about whether or not I was going to do CRA today. I probably won't be doing on stream. It'll be on my next video probably. Oh, nice monster collection. Love to see it. Alright, we can try again. So if my mana goes down when I let go, that means my beam dance went off, right? I can't do it, guys. I can't do it. This is so embarrassing. Why is it so difficult? And I can only try every 3 minutes. I'm getting humbled by one button. Do I just unbind my beam dance? What am I trying to do? There's this thing where you can do when you can press beam dance. My stats not enough? I do hold it down. It's an attack speed 0 thing. What? Attack speed affects it? That's crazy. You hit 30% on stat. I would probably keep 30% on a stat on a ring. Especially if I'm just judging by you asking these questions, you're probably not in a spot to reroll 30%. I think 30% is just too good of value to not keep. Off topic question, how much do I need to 17 to 22 arcanes on Shining Star Force? Ooh, that's a hard question to answer, because it just depends on how lucky you are, in all honesty. I would personally budget at least 30 bill per piece. I personally would do 30 bill per piece minimum. And I think even then that might still be on the luckier side. Minimum 30 per piece. The calculator I think is a fair spot to have a look at, but I wouldn't look at any number other than like the 85%, I'll be honest. What about CRA? I think CRA to 22 is a little bit more generous. I would probably budget like 15 bill per piece if I'm trying to 22 CRA. But even then, it might not be enough. Again, 22, we've talked about this a few times. It's very finicky. The law of averages doesn't apply to Maple, yeah. Especially if you're only one person. Like, the sample size isn't big enough for you to reach average a lot of the time. Any tips on H-lures? I keep dying out to all the debris. The debris is actually like a big part of the skill check in the boss. So a lot of the time, I tend to like stay focused on the debris and then try to jump around and avoid it more than trying to do damage. Because it only takes like 1 or 2 pieces to like get you comboed into losing a life, right? I think we can all agree that it only takes one small pellet, hits you in the top of your head, Lotus punches you to a train, and then you die. It happens. So I would try to focus on dodging the pellets, the debris, more often than trying to do damage. And then another thing that I found helped a lot was learning to use Hero's Will. Once you get used to using Hero's Will, the boss becomes a lot more manageable. So definitely bind it somewhere that's easy. And the way that you use it is, if you notice you're about to get hit by a debris and you can't figure out a way to dodge it conveniently, you just press Hero's Will. You treat it like an iframe. I think if you can treat Hero's Will as an iframe against debris, it's quite broken. I do it a lot, like especially when you're on, like, say, a platform during lasers, and you see a piece of debris about to fall on your head, you can just press Hero's Will, and then you can avoid it. Good usage of Hero's Will goes a long way in Hard Lotus. Darksight? Yeah, true. If you have Darksight, it's so good against Lotus. Four pieces, 120 bill minimum. That's nuts. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think even then, you still kind of have to get lucky. I feel like Arcanes, the hardest part about it tends to be the spares when you're going for 22, rather than the actual star forcing part. Because you can boom a bunch of pieces pretty quickly, and you might not have spent much money, but then a lot of the money then goes into trying to get them back. I don't know. I think that Arcane star forcing is actually just really painful. It took me like 500 bill to finish my Arcanes. Something like that. Well, just my Arcanes. It took me like 500. I will say though, that's probably on the unluckier side for sure. I feel like most people finish their 22s within like 500 bill, but that was just my Arcanes. Bit rough. Any goal on Xenon other than Black Mage solo? Not at the moment. I think my main goal with the account is just to have fun playing in another class. I've never played Xenon before. And in all honesty, I wonder if my Black Mage solo was a bit of a fluke. Because after playing a little bit more, I felt like that class has just got the perfect kit for what I wanted to do for most classes. I think the teleport was just so strong that it didn't matter. And as long as I had the damage, I kind of felt that I had the clear. But now that I'm playing a different class that plays differently, I wonder if I can replicate my success. At what level do I start using extreme growth potions for ults I don't want to train? I tend to just use them as soon as I hit level 141. Oh no, they changed it now. It's 131, isn't it? I think 131. I'll just pick classes that I need, and then I'll just extreme growth pot them all the way to 200. I know a lot of people like to spread out their extreme growth pots, but they give you so much, you just use on whatever. And I didn't train most classes past 140. Most of my classes, as soon as they hit 141, it was just growth potions all the way to 200. Does slime drop anything good for progression? If you get the slime ring, it's pretty good. That thing is best in slot. Normal slime doesn't drop very much. Like, the chances of getting it from normal slime is quite low. But for chaos slime, pretty reasonable drop. Getting 200 is generally better to get bigger block and more raid power faster. Yeah, that's what my thought process was too. It didn't matter if I was 6k Legion and most of my blocks were like small. I don't get very much value out of 6k, but if I get them 200 at a time, by the time I do hit 6k, which might take longer, at least all the blocks that I put in are going to be good value. That was my process as well. Arcane Star Forcing is tough because it's a 200 iron that you safeguard. Yup. Exactly. I think people's variance in Star Forcing for Arcanes very much depends on how fast they can get out of 17 star. I think if you spend most of your time tapping above 17, and it doesn't matter like how many booms you have, as long as it's above 17, you're chilling. Because there's nothing you can do to... There's no conscious decision on the cost, you're just tapping, alright? You're just clicking until it goes. But if it's below 17, then you're just paying a tax. You're just paying a safeguarding tax. And it's just so expensive. Okay, I'm still quite a ways away from leveling up. Like 5% or something. Alright. I don't know if I can get 5% from my weeklies, but we can see. How do you get them to 210 after feeding them the potions? You can use EXP vouchers or coupons, whatever they're called, from different events. There's also, they give us growth potions that are used for above level 200 that you can use. Typically just events. Like, I would not train your link skills past 200. That is too much investment and effort. But if you like the characters, you can also opt to do the dailies on them. Like Vanishing Journey dailies, they add up. That gives a lot of EXP. It gives a lot of EXP. Can't stick around for stream, want to shout out just how entertained your series is? Thank you, I appreciate that, Eden. I appreciate that a lot. It's like comments like that that really keeps me going when it comes to this series. I try my best to make it entertaining. Because at the end of the day, Maple Story is a big fat grind. But if I can make you guys feel invested in a character that none of you guys like, it's not your guys' account obviously, but if I can make you guys feel invested in a character, I think I've done my job. And that's all I can really do. Alright, we're off by about 5%. Can we do our weeklies to get the last bit of EXP? That's the real question. Well, Hyperburn is 230. I give the Choo Choo EXP to 200 trying to get to 210. Or we also 220. I think that's fair. If you can be bothered like doing dailies across multiple characters, I think that's fair. Because it does add up. It definitely adds up. Yeah, thank you so much, Eden. I really appreciate that. Let's have a look here. I've already done my dailies. What level am I? Yeah, 233. So each time that I do Morath, I get like 1.2%. So if I do that 3 times, it gives me like 3.5%. Oh, am I really going to do Morath 3 times on stream? I mean, I want to level up, and I kind of don't want to grind at the moment. I think I've done enough grinding. Let's go do this. I love watching a bunch of content while just grinding. I'm glad. Yeah, that's how I feel like I've kind of made it. When people like watch my content and just chill. That's all it is. MapleStory isn't exactly the most like thrilling content compared to other games. Even the bossing is pretty straightforward. So it's definitely an honor to be part of so many people's background at the moment. It sounds so weird to say, but I think that's definitely how it is for MapleStory. We're just here for a good time. Thank you, Vane. I appreciate it. Hey, this is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I think it's because Xenon jumps around nice and quick. I can move back and forth between the sides. I didn't enjoy doing this too much on some characters that had bad mobility. Oh, this was pretty awful on like... I don't know. It must have been my Blaze Wizard or something. Actually, no, my Blaze Wizard was fine. It had like the teleport. I don't know. There was one class that I did this on, and I hated it. But this is a lot faster than I remember. I'll say that much. It's probably the fact that I had to do it 3 times that I didn't like it. What are you guys' favorites weeklies? And also your least favorite? I think earlier a bunch of people said they really didn't like Spirit Savior. I hate doing Spirit Savior on your hero. I thought hero had a pretty good Spirit Savior, if I'm not mistaken. Does hero still have like the hook? Wait, what's it called? The one that pulls them towards the thing. Or maybe you just didn't know, because when I played my hero, I didn't know you could use the thing. But I think hero has a skill that like pulls them towards the spirit or something like that. Which makes it like a little bit easier, so you don't have to be so precise on your jumps. Yeah, I don't think it's a case of you suck. I think it's just a case maybe you just didn't know you could do that. Because I didn't know that hero had like this thing that just pulls them towards the next spirit. It's kind of crazy when I thought about it. Because I also remember doing Spirit Savior on my hero back in the day, and I don't remember using that skill at all, and I hated Spirit Savior. And then someone's like, oh, you just pull yourself to the spirit. I was like, what? What are you talking about? I think my least favorite is Midnight Chaser as well. The Lachlan one. I hated that one. Because it's never in a good order, and I don't remember the order. I feel like for most people, they'll get it done in like 1 or 2 minutes. And I'm just like, I don't remember where the angel was. I don't remember where the piano was. And then it's like, okay, I need to go find the piano, and it's in the last room that I check. It's always worth doing all the mini-games. Especially if you only need to do it once. It's just once a week, but you get like 45 symbols from it. It's quite a lot. Do you prefer Midnight Chaser or the previous iteration? What was the old one called again? Dream Defender. Dream Defender was a pain in the ass to climb, but once you got to the top of Dream Defender, That was the best. Lachlan was like, zoom. You just do one floor, like 30 or 40 symbols done. Like, no problem. I don't miss climbing Dream Defender, but I do miss that daily was like so easy. And it gave us so many. Dream Defender was ass until they changed it, and then it became great. And then now Dream Defender, now we have the Midnight Chaser thing, and it's kind of sad. Yeah. I will say though, the current minigame is a lot better for new characters because you don't have to climb Dream Defender again. I didn't like climbing Dream Defender, but once you got there though, it gave so many symbols. It genuinely gave so many symbols. Yeah. I wouldn't say that I miss it, but it was definitely one of the easier dailies once you got to the higher floor. I do like that they made this thing weekly as opposed to daily though. You lose a little bit of symbols, but not having to think about it is kind of nice. Oh, thought I harvested or interacted. Okay. Alright, how much EXP are we on, guys? We're probably at like 98, 99? Okay. Wait. Oh, what the... the inconveniences of training. Now, I probably won't... Wait, that's the wrong... Probably won't use these to fodder. I don't think I have enough to go for 20, like 21 or anything. I think I'll... I don't need any of these, honestly. I'm not going to worry about foddering anything. I'll keep 150 items, but 140 I probably don't need. 21 Japanese set? Oh, no. We're not doing that again, guys. I think I definitely think that series, I griefed a lot of players. No, we're not doing that again. I'll spare everybody the tragedy that was 21 Japanese set. Have I done CRA yet? No, not yet. I unlock it today. Alright, let's do some Spirit Savior. I like to think that I was an inspiration to those who knew that that set was a bit of a joke, but I think for those who didn't know and unironically followed it, it was oops. Saved you 5 to 6 hours of doing Black Heaven. That's true. That was the main reason why I did Japanese set, because I didn't want to do Lotus Damien. I couldn't be bothered doing the story. But at the same time, I inadvertently griefed myself and about a couple of thousand people watching. So was it worth it? Hard to say, but it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun doing something a little bit weird. Well, I did not go anywhere on that spring. Right. So the second one should level me up. So this one won't, but the next one should. Or I can grind the last 3%. Like 30. And then I can save myself doing another Spirit Savior. I think the Spirit Savior might actually be faster. You did the jump quest for the artifact thing? Nice. The jump quest thing is like the different forest endurance and stuff like that, right? No, I got scammed. I thought I would have made it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's too slow. Getting some nice patterns here, which is good. Nice and simple patterns. Okay, this works out. Got luckier there on the bottom left. Uh-oh, I missed the jump. There you go, we did it. 236. We're done. It's time to do the most broken thing in the game. Skip cutscenes. Congrats on leveling up, thank you. Do you think Xenon buffs are hard to manage? Thinking of maining Xenon but pressing buffs constantly is making me hesitate. I think most classes don't have buffs that you have to keep pressing, but you'll have to... I think the game gets a lot better buff-wise if you have a bunch of pets that have auto buff. I think you'll have that issue with most classes if you don't have auto buff pets, because you got to keep pressing like decent combat orders, decent sharp eyes and all that sort of stuff. Most classes can auto buff most of the buffs. Most of them. If you're talking about the summons, I think the summons are only something you have to keep in mind mostly for mobbing, I feel. I don't remember if you have to put them down for bossing. That one I'm not so sure. I don't know too much about it though. I highly love your content. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Alright, well yeah. We have now unlocked a new daily. How awesome is that? Okay. Get our symbol. And then for Hyperburning, we get to get a level 5 symbol. Okay. Now, I can do the thing that the whole reason why I rushed here. The whole reason why we rushed here is to use all of these symbols. Let's get these used first. I have to pick them too, don't I? Oh, this is gonna be annoying actually, because I haven't done the dailies for some of them yet. You know what? Let's just even them out. I know I haven't done these ones. It's like you get 20 from this, so it's like 60 something. So I'm gonna say that this is, we'll just ignore that one. This is so difficult. Let's go let's just do 68 at a time. That's like 1 day's worth of dailies. Oh. I'm just gonna even them out. It's okay. It's okay. Alright, how much do I need here? I need 6 for level 8. Let's get them all to level 8 first. Actually, should I just go 9? Let's go 9. All these symbols. It's so crazy. All my money saying goodbye. Let's go Moras next. How much do I need here? Is that 62? I just want to keep them even, if I can help it. So then I get the most amount of damage, I think. So 64 here. And what do I need here? I can't do my math. It's like 48. It's so expensive. Just spending money. But we gotta. The gains. Let's see. I need 12 here. And 22 there. And then 22 here. Alright. Now they're all even at level 9. Yeah, I'm just gonna go down the list. Oh. Oh man, I can't tab out. I need visual confirmation, otherwise I'll forget. Should have expanded my slots a little bit more. Why am I doing this? Okay. Halfway there. They're all going to be level 10 by the end of this. Very nice. Feels good having the preparation, hey. The last event gave us so many event symbols from like the Fairy Bros and then the actual event. It's kind of nice. What was I up to? Was I up to Choo Choo? I hope I was up to Choo Choo. Ah, I didn't even do Latch Land yet. That's fine. Let's go Latch. Just hit 230 in your Hyperburn. Oh, congrats. How are you enjoying Xenon so far? Okay, how much do I need left? 60, 70, yeah, it's like 67. I think I'm just gonna put the rest into Morass. Oh, Esfera. I think I'm just gonna put it into Esfera. I feel like that's the one that I'm gonna be the laziest to do, and I'll just go backwards from there. Oh, actually, I can also put some points into... If I go here, and then I'll put these also into Morass. Nice. That should level it up. And then I have 9 left, which I guess I'll just put into Esfera. Alright, that's all the time-gated stuff. Ah, nice, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay, what are the stuff that we have here expiring? Royal hair coupons. I mean, sure. Are these the ones that you can pick, or...? I don't actually know. All these random. Oh yeah, it actually just goes into my cash inventory. Nice. Don't have to worry about that then. Okay, no more things expiring. Except the 3x coupons that I can't finish. I am not training for that long. That's too much. Let's use these. Oh, that's a lot of honor. Actually, I don't know if I want to put it all onto my Xenon. I might... Actually, no. I was going to say, I need to put that on my Cannon Master, but my Cannon Master's not even on this server. Worrying about things on the wrong server. What's the equivalent of a double prime item for Xenon 996? Or could it be less? I think 996 is considered double prime, yeah. How do you like Xenon so far? I think the class is fun. I'm enjoying it. The training of it's nice. Okay. Nice. Almost 4 mil combat power thanks to all the arcane force, which is pretty nice. And we get to put in an extra node. I guess I'll put this in. And we have a few more nodes. My boost nodes are maxed, at least the 2 main ones. So now we're just kind of hoping for the rest to slowly level up. Disassemble the rest. Okay, nice. Oh, and we also get 2 experience node stones. And also a will node for the story. Not too bad. Let's just make sure that I lock this so then I don't disassemble it. And I don't know where these EXP nodes should go, so I'm just going to put it onto a Mega Blaster. It's kind of irrelevant. We're going to try to max them all anyway. Some kind of tech where you can animation cancel the burst. I think there is, but I don't know what it is. I saw it on the Discord, but I didn't look at too much. I was too busy trying to get to 236, and now that I'm here, I can finally relax again on this character. Oh, I can finally chill again. It was literally because I didn't want some of my arcane symbols to expire, but now that it's used, I don't have to worry about it. And hello, JH. Now, we just need to farm back money. Back to being broke. But I can worry about the meso stuff later, I think. Okay. Very good. I'm pretty happy with that. I might consider ending stream here, because I think this is a good time to stop, otherwise I'm going to end up streaming for a long time. And I should probably find lunch or something like that. Is that going to be solo proggle now? For now it's solo. I haven't done anything party-wise yet. Mostly because I'm stingy and I kind of want money. But I think it'd be kind of fun to do things solo for a little bit first anyway. Yeah, I don't know what to do right now. I was going to probably get lunch. And then maybe do some things on my Cannon Master. We can do a C10E, I think that'd be fun. When we get there. Is this your Hyperburn as well, JH? Let's see. I'm gonna put on my bossing links, just to see if it's even doable. But I kinda wanna see my damage in. Kinda wanna see my damage in Lotus, just to see. I don't know how to do my burst, so this is gonna be really embarrassing. In all honesty. Oh god, my attack speed's so slow with that green pot, hey. Alright, let me have a look. Let me see if I can have a quick look at how I'm supposed to do my burst. There's like a whole thing. There's just so many buttons. Do you need attack speed +1 as Xenon? I do, but I can't afford that just yet. Okay, it looks plenty doable. Oh, I put that in a really bad key. And I didn't even hold down Beam Dance. But it's good. It's good. I'm just curious to see if I can even do damage. Did I switch my Legion? You know, that's a good question. I don't think I did. And I also did not press Photon Ray. Or whatever it's called. I mean, the damage it's definitely clearable. That's pretty cool to know. Oh. Whoa. Almost fell into the laser there. Looks painful. I mean, it is what it is. You're talking to somebody who did a 1 hour Black Mage run, so I don't think it gets much worse than that. Oh no. From my understanding, Xenon is meant to be a burst class. I'm just kind of goofing around here though anyway. I don't have my G skills on or anything. Yeah, considering how I'm doing this without guild skills, not too bad. It's definitely clearable already. It's just can I be bothered doing half an hour of this? Oh no! Take the portal! Where am I? Oh! Oh no! Scanned me good. I need to put my overdrive in a better key. That is a terrible spot to put overdrive. Oh, I pressed it the wrong way around. That's alright. I don't know if you're clearing on time. What do you mean? This is 100% clearable. Like, this is actually, like, super clearable. It's not even been like 5 minutes yet. I have nothing. All I have is my links in. I forgot to swap my Legion, but it's fine. I don't know how to play my class either. I don't know what's going on. I don't have my blink bound to anything as well. Maybe I should do that. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I meant to stay inside this thing, right? It gives me bonus damage. Hello, rat. What the heck? You're my mod. You're supposed to support me. Yeah, I have the Liberty booster, but I don't have that bound on me. On any of the keys right now. Damn, both my mods are against me. That's crazy. Oh! I'm so dead. I'm so dead. I'm so used to being able to just teleport up everything. But yeah, I probably won't try to clear right now anyway. I just wanted to see the damage. But yeah, I'm definitely clearing this by the end of the week anyway. I don't want to clear it now because I don't have a drop coupon on me. I don't want to break... I want to break the box at the end with a drop coupon. Don't ask that, JH. I don't know how to save you if they delete you. I don't know how to bring you back. this hard lotus? God, no. How am I supposed to do hard lotus? Oh, I didn't mean to press that. Alright, how do I do this again? It's like this, this, this. I didn't press my beam dance. Oh my god, I took so much damage there. I didn't press Photon Ray either. But yeah, with guild skills this is super easy, I think. Some buffs, G skills, and then we're good. And probably learn how to play the class a little bit better. Press delete. Yeah, that's one thing I have to keep in mind too. This what do you call it? The buff, because it's not like it feels like it should be an auto buff, if that makes sense. I feel like you should always have it on, but it's like so easy to forget. I'm dead. I'm dead. Never mind. We're fine. After you press it, press the green skill. I don't know what button I put it on. I put it on G. Okay, that's easy to press. Hello? Where are the lasers? Did they happen? I didn't even notice. Also remember that I have an iframe, but... should press that more often. Get me out of this corner, please. I can't move. What happened to my thing last CM? I was just doing some dailies. I had some expiring stuff. I needed to get to 235. So I was just training my my Xenon today. No, 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 no. I am so dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Oh, all according to plan. All according to plan. Alright, very good. Alright. I can't get out during the cutscene. Alright. Let's get out. So I don't want to clear it just yet because, like I said, I just wanted to see my damage. I also wanted to clear with the luck coupon. The other iframe is this one. Orbital Cataclysm. What I need to do is actually put this in a better spot, because I'm holding this down with my pinky. I can't press overdrive while holding this with pinky. My pinky. It's such a stupid spot. Why did I even put it there? Like, I let go of my right hand to press overdrive while holding Omega Blaster. That is so stupid. Makes more sense to do this, right? Just like in a line. I can overdrive, but the problem is, like, I'm holding down A with my left pinky. I can't reach the tilde button. I'm not gonna cross my hand over. So I pressed my right hand over it before. It was kind of bad. So this makes a lot more sense. And overdrive, you're probably pressing it only with last resort, so yeah. My combat power? I think it's like 4 mil right now. I'm in the wrong hypers anyway. Yeah, we all play in our own different ways. This is like the layout I've played with like most of my classes for the most part. Yeah. But as it turns out, I can't beam dance while using my Omega Blaster though. But someone said that it might be because of AS plus 1, but yeah. Oh, JH is back. Okay, very good. He's out of jail now. Should I settle on 12 attack emblem to save Meso for 17 star? I think so. I think that's fine. Ooh, Chaos Pap, 130 mil. Not bad. Okay, let's I'm just gonna do Arcarium. Why isn't my index finger on A? It's because my index finger's on R. How's my index finger gonna be on 2 places? Alright, give us a Dom Pendant. One day we'll get a Dom Pendant. Is this easy arc? No, this should be normal. Yeah, normal. Should probably do Pink Bean for the cope. Pink Bean for the cope. Maybe he'll drop a Black Bean mark. If you hit a Dom Pendant unsubscribed, come on, man. Good place at 120. I think I trained in Ludi, like the Star Force areas. I used to not having a vertical jump, not at all. Having no vertical jump feels really weird. I mean, I'll take a belt. Belt fodder's probably fine. And yeah, I think I might leave that as I think that'll be it for now then. I don't really need to do anything else. I need a recipe box. This is too much garbage. Yup. I think I should be a good on Lucid and Will. Thank you, Bree. I should be able to still solo it. Should be. Yeah. I think I might leave the stream at that though, because I do need to get food. It's about lunchtime. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours already. It was a bit earlier than usual, but yeah, I think that might be it for now. Alright, thank you guys for joining me on the stream today. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day and rest of the week. We get reset in a few days, so hopefully you guys get some good drops if you haven't already run your bosses. If you guys have enjoyed the stream, consider subscribing to the channel to get notified on my future streams. And also leave a like on the stream as well, helps me out a lot. Alright, take care guys, and I'll see you all in the next stream.